Greetings and welcome. Welcome back to The Sweet Spot. I'm Dr. Sweet, and you're listening to Win It All Wednesday. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a board-certified sports and performance psychiatrist. I've worked with world-class athletes and top performers to help them build winning mindsets, and I also work with passionate individuals like you who are committed to excellence and becoming their best selves every day. Think winning is all about competing and taking first place? Well, today's research might surprise you. As we explore the power of giving, I'd like to dive in with you on the connection between the power of giving and winning. You know, Andrew Carnegie, one of history's greatest winners, once said, "True success is not in the art of accumulation, but in distribution." I'll repeat that. True success is not in the art of accumulation, he said, but in the art of distribution. Now, before you think that this is some feel-good quote, let me just share something fascinating. I researched that quote to be sure that it made sense. And what I learned is that companies with strong giving cultures see a 30% higher productivity and a 44% higher retention rate among their staff. But here's where it gets even more interesting. The biggest winners in almost every field, and remember, we're talking about Win It All Wednesday today, right? So the biggest winners in almost every field often turns out it's that they're the biggest givers. So Dr. Adam Grant's research also showed that anyone at the top of their field, whether it be in business, sports, or entertainment, that the most successful people are the ones who give the most. Sounds a bit counterintuitive, right? But think about it like this, and I love this metaphor from James Keller. A candle loses nothing by lighting another candle. In fact, what happens is it creates more light for everyone. Now here's where this gets personal. You, my friend, are a candle, but you're not just any candle. You're not just you. You're your own entity, your own company. Your family, that's your team. Your daily interactions, well, those are the opportunities to win through giving, through lighting others. And just like those successful companies that I mentioned, you have the same access to this winning strategy. Remember, the most successful companies are the ones that have mastered the art of giving. That's what the research is showing here on Win It All Wednesday, that there is power in giving, and when you give, that comes back to you. That principle seems to be quite alive and well. So there's a lot of satisfaction that comes from giving, not just the feedback we get from other people, but just the feeling we get inside, the kinds of, and let me get scientific for a minute, the kinds of neurotransmitters, the kinds of hormones that are secreted in the body when we do the act of giving are all feel-good neurotransmitters and feel-good hormones, things like dopamine and serotonin and oxytocin and maybe even prolactin. So look, there's a lot of intrinsic value to giving. But let me be clear. This is not about giving until you're burnt out and empty. The research also showed that the most successful givers also master the art of self-care. And we're going to talk about that on Self-Care Saturday, but I just wanted to let you know that there was this other body of research that talked about the idea that you can't light other candles if your flame goes out. So the idea is that you never want to give until you're out of anything to give anybody as they need you to help them. And remember, like on Monday, we talked about the idea that you have to fill your cup first. That was our Making Moves Monday revelation, that you've got to wake up and pour into you first in order to be able to give. So that principle stays alive and well. So try this tomorrow morning before you start your day and ask yourself this one question. What can I give today? Maybe it's attention to someone who needs it. Maybe it's knowledge that you can share with someone. Or maybe it's just a moment of patience with yourself, forgiving yourself, letting go of the harsh self-critical judgments, that kind of thing. That's also a way of giving. And here's the thing. You are already a winner. This is Win It All Wednesday. You're already a winner because you have the capacity to give. We all have that beautiful capacity. And it's not really the size of the gift that matters, right? What matters is understanding that winning isn't about what you accumulate, but it's about what you can contribute. How can I make a difference? And that could be a smile, it could be a look, it could be a kind word. So, in a world that's obsessed with taking, the real winners have figured out the power of giving, and that's you. And the delight that you have to share in you today is already in you. That's been divinely put in you. It can never be extinguished. So trust it and share it wherever you can. Make a difference for one person today. Somebody that's random maybe. And if you can't find somebody to do that with today, hey, you look in that mirror and give that gift to you. Until next time, keep winning through giving. This is Dr. Sweet, and you're in the sweet spot. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, Thursday. And it's not just any Thursday. That's Trust Yourself Thursday. Be blessed.